She cried when the award was taken away, not because she lost something she deserved, but because she got caught. And me, I didn't feel an ounce of guilt, but I did feel alone. Again, everyone's whispering now. Teachers giving side glances. Classmates staring like I set fire to the school. And I'm back to being that guy. The tall, scar-faced freak who's easy to ignore, unless you need a joke at someone's expense. They say I'm cruel for what I did, but no one asked what she did to me. No one asked what it's like to finally feel loved, only to realize you were just someone's charity project, a photo op in human form, a stepping stone on their path to a better college application. So here it is, all of it. Because I honestly don't know anymore. Maybe I really did go too far, or maybe I was just the first person to finally tell the truth. My name doesn't matter, but I'm 17, and 4 years ago, I was in a cycling accident, not a scrape your knee, laugh it off kind of accident. This one changed my face forever. 2 long, deep scars run from my cheekbone to my jaw, like lightning bolts carved into my skin. I've been called everything you can imagine. Monster, roadkill, slasher. People would joke that I looked like a before photo for plastic surgery. Girls would literally flinch when I walked past. Eventually, the bullying stopped hurting. Not because it stopped, but because I stopped expecting anything else. And then I met her. Let's call her Beck. She wasn't just pretty. She was warm. Or at least, I thought she was. I'd known her since middle school. But in senior year, I started to believe she was different. Not just from the others, but from the image I'd built of the world. I convinced myself that Beck saw me. Not the scars, not the whispers. Just me. For the first time, I wanted to try, to hope. So I did everything right. Everything you're supposed to do when you like someone. I wrote her a song on guitar. It took me days. I found out her favorite chocolate wasn't even sold in our town. So I took a bus to the next city to buy it. I asked her out the old school way, with shaking hands and a nervous heart. She said yes. And for a little while, I thought I'd stepped into someone else's life. We went to this small, candlelit restaurant. I remember the way she smiled when the waiter brought dessert, like none of it was fake. We walked afterward, just talking, laughing. Her friends started talking to me. Beck held my hand. I was floating. I cried every night that week, not because I was sad, but because I didn't think I'd ever be seen like that, like a person someone could care about. But then came the screenshots. They came from one of Beck's friends. I don't even know why she sent them. Maybe she felt guilty. Or maybe she just couldn't stay quiet anymore. It started with Beck's Instagram post. A photo of us walking together, hand in hand. Caption: making his day by finally helping him interact with my friends. Clout, ugly people matter. Checking our charity date. Another post: fulfilled his lifelong wish by being his Valentine, so happy to be a role model. Her friends commented hearts and clapping emojis. One of them said, "So brave, Beck. You're amazing for doing this." Doing this. As in, dating me. Like I was some Make-A-Wish kid, and she was the noble angel sent to grant a dying boy his dream. Turns out, Beck was falling behind in her college applications. She didn't have enough community involvement for one of the local scholarship awards, something called the Positive Role Model Recognition. She needed good PR. And what better way to showcase her kindness than to parade around the ugliest guy in school? I read every comment, every hashtag, every sickening caption. Then I threw up in the sink. The worst part? I still wanted it to be a mistake. I still wanted to believe she cared, just a little, that it wasn't all a game. But her friend confirmed it all. Beck had told her friends to be nice to me until early March, just long enough for the award committee to notice. After that, they could drop me, like a prop that had served its purpose. I'd never felt rage like that before. I wasn't angry that she didn't love me. I was angry that she used me. She looked at my pain and saw a branding opportunity. So I did the only thing I could. I researched the award, found the Facebook page, tracked down the committee, confirmed her nomination was still active. I gathered everything: screenshots, post URLs, backup files. Then I reported it. No drama, no yelling in the halls, just the truth. A week later, Beck's nomination was withdrawn, and suddenly, I was the villain. Apparently, Beck cried for hours after getting the email, told everyone I sabotaged her for no reason, played the victim, claimed I was obsessed with her. Some people bought it, others didn't care. But I'm back to square one now, alone at lunch, whispers in the hallway, cold stares. Only this time, they sting less, because I know what I did. I know what she did, and for once, I stood up for myself. Not by yelling, not by lashing out, but by telling the truth. A few people have told me I went too far, that I should have just walked away. But how do you walk away when someone turns your humanity into their campaign ad? How do you stay silent when someone turns your scars into hashtags? The truth is, I didn't ruin Beck's future. She did. I just told the truth. And now, I don't know, maybe that makes me cruel, or maybe it just makes me someone who's finally tired of being used. So, am I the asshole? This one hits hard, because at its core, it's not just about teenage drama or high school cruelty. It's about something deeper, something raw. Being used. We all want to be seen, to be valued for who we are, not for what we represent. Not for how we look, but for the soul that lives underneath. And when someone takes that trust, that sacred, fragile trust, and twists it into a social media stunt, it doesn't just hurt. It breaks something. What Beck did wasn't just manipulation. It was dehumanization wrapped in glitter. And what this young man did, it wasn't revenge. It was justice. Quiet. Measured, honest. He didn't shame her publicly. He didn't destroy her life. He simply made sure the truth caught up with the lie. But here's the real question I want you, the listener, to sit with. What would you have done? If you were in his shoes, would you have spoken up or stayed silent just to avoid becoming the villain in someone else's story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've ever felt like this, used, misjudged, discarded, know that your story matters. You are not just someone's lesson. You are not someone's growth experience. You are human. And that is never ugly. Thanks for listening to ADA Story Vault. Until next time, stay kind, stay bold, and never let anyone define your worth for you.